credit management, we do things differently. First, we'll review your credit report to access who and what you owe. Then, we'll create a repayment plan that's in budget, lowers interest, and eliminates fees. We'll give you a roadmap out of debt once and for all by consolidating all your unsecured debt from all your creditors in our debt management program. You pay us once a month, and we work with your creditors to take care of the rest. For over 20 years, we've been helping clients get back on track to financial independence. Now it's your turn. Get your free quote today.
Hey, good evening. My name is Letitia Griffin, and I am here. We're here another great evening to share with you just some helpful tips, ideas, some thoughts on dealing with your debt and your finances. And if you've got any questions, feel free to give us a call. We're here for about the next 30 minutes or so. So you can dial 312-738-1060 and just ask any questions that you have regarding debt, finances, whatever issues you're going through. And I know a lot of us right now are just going through trying to get our debt and our credit on track. So this is the great place for you to actually be able to do that. A great venue for you to just, if you've got questions that you want to ask, and you can get those questions answered. Also, I do want to let you know that there are counselors on standby at Family Credit, and you can go to the website familycredit.org. You can also contact a counselor by dialing 800-994-3328, and you can actually talk with someone about your situation, and they can give you some advice and some resources, helpful information that is directly just tailored to your specific situation. So that's the great part about finding someone that can help you with that. So if you've got any questions, feel free to give us a call. Again, that number, 800-994-3328. And you can go to the website at familycredit.org and chat online with a counselor. So we've been talking the past few weeks just about getting your debt under control, recovering after COVID, recovering financially after COVID so that you are in a better position. And so that when things like this happen to us, they don't really have an effect on our financial bearing because we've already been through it and we know how to prepare. We know what to look out for next time, and we know what not to do. So over the next few weeks, I want you to sit down and take a look at your finances. We need to look at getting our budget under control. We need to look at our credit report again, making sure that if we've had any types of negative impacts that have been felt from COVID, that we've addressed them. Also, we want to make sure that we take care of our financial well-being. So that's looking at your budget, your credit, all types of accounts, any collection activities that you have, and just making sure that you've got some savings. Next thing, you want to look at your bank account and making sure that all of those things are in order as well. So we'll talk a little bit on each one of those subjects tonight. So again, if you've got some questions, feel free to give us a call. Now, when we think about just getting things back on track, the first thing that a lot of people want to do is just see what can they do with their credit. And there's so many different advertisements out now for people that are saying, hey, we can help you fix your credit, or credit's not an issue, it's not a problem, just see what you can apply for, see what you can get. And there are a lot of scams that people are falling victim to as well. And so you want to be diligent and look out for those things. Another thing that I've seen affect a lot of people as well, just thinking that they're getting free money, fast money, and it really isn't. Round of PPP loans opened up and everyone jumped on board because they felt like they just could get free money. But what you didn't realize is that that money was set aside for business owners. And so now what's happening is those bills are coming due. So if you've gotten those loans, the IRS, the lenders that have given them to you, they want to know, what did you do with that money? And if you can't prove it, then you do need to make arrangements and try and work on paying that back. If you've got some problems with that, you want to contact the IRS directly and just see what options you have available. Now, also think about getting your credit back under control too. Now, that's a huge, huge step that I want you to think about. Again, you can reach those counselors at 800-994-3328, or just really talk with us tonight. Looks like we've got our first caller. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hi, yeah, I have a question. What would you say is the most crucial, like most important factor for your credit score?
Well, when you think about your credit score, the whole score itself is very important, and it is just really made up of 5 different components. The most important being your payment history, which means how you pay your bills. That is very crucial. And a lot of times we don't pay attention to just, I've had people say that they forget the bills, they forget when they come due, and they don't realize how it affects things. But sometimes we fall past due, and then we feel like we don't know how to get out of it. We don't know how to fix it. And there is a fix. There's a process for you to get everything back on track. Now, when you think about your score only looks at the last 24 months worth of history, right? That means it changes every single day as we change. So if we fall behind today, guess what? We can get things back on track tomorrow, and we can start back making those positive payments and getting things back on track. Payment history is very important. Also, thinking about the types of accounts that you have, that's important too. A lot of times people will get just a credit card and think, okay, now I'm doing good. But guess what? Your score wants to see that you not only know how to handle a credit card, but you can handle a car note, you know how to handle a mortgage, and you are not overextended. So again, you can reach out to a counselor at 800-994-3328. Remember, there is help if you need it, and looking at your credit is very important. So that's a perfect way to do it. We're going to talk a little bit more about credit too, because there's so many factors that involve credit that a lot of people don't even realize. And the first thing that people see or think about is that easy fix to get your credit. Everyone thinks that they can just go ahead and some magical person will fix their credit for them. They can pay them however much and things will be okay. That's not the case. Your credit is a reflection of you, and you have to work hard to keep it correct. Now, just because people are advertising that they know how to get things off of your credit report, don't fall for it, because what I'm seeing is that even those people that go to those that are charging for it, or they go to someone thinking that they're going to get help and not have to pay that bill back, and they're just going to get it off of your credit report. Just because it's removed off the report does not mean you don't owe it, and a lot of times it will come back to bite you. So you want to make sure that if you are having problems with your credit, if you are having problems with your debt, you handle it the right way. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, so I just wanted to know what are the benefits of refinancing my mortgage?
So our caller wants to know, what are the benefits of refinancing your mortgage? And refinancing, there are a lot of good reasons to refinance, but then there are also reasons not to refinance. It really just depends on if there is what's called equity in your home. So if you have equity in your home, then it may be a good idea for you to look at refinancing your mortgage if you are looking to pay off debt, you're looking to do some repairs around your home, but you want to make sure that that equity there is there. And right now, sometimes in certain neighborhoods, we find that there is a lot of equity, but then sometimes we'll go to a different neighborhood or look at homes in a different area and find out that there really is not a lot of equity there. And what we mean by equity, we mean that the difference between what is owed on the home and what the home actually costs, that amount would be considered your equity. Also, you want to take a look at all the homes in that area too. So it's not just your home, it's the one next door and it's the one down the street. Those actually matter as far as it relates to having value in your home so that you can refinance. So if there's a home on your block that's gone underwater, or someone was unable to make their mortgage or keep up with the home, most likely that will reflect in your actual value of your property. If everything is great in your neighborhood and the values of the homes are increasing and everything is going good, guess what? Then you've got some equity there and you'll be able to tap into and be able to pull that money out. Remember, equity is the difference between what you actually owe on the home and what the home is worth. So keep that in mind. If you have reason to believe that you are thinking about refinancing your mortgage, feel free to call a counselor. You can get some help. You can get some great advice. And then let's just say you were thinking about doing a refinance just to pay off debt. Well, that's when you want to take a step back and think about this. Your home is secured. You have security in that home. Your debt Credit cards, things like that, totally not secure. So you want to think about, do I want to take an asset and secure this debt against it? And so that's why it's always good to talk to a counselor. Again, reach out, get that help that you need, 800-994-3328, or go online to familycredit.org. So those options are great. They're there for a reason. Now, I did have some people that came to me this week and said that I just cannot make my mortgage payment. I've struggled and I'm struggling. COVID has really hit us hard and we've fallen behind. I don't know what to do. So let's think about that for a moment. If you are making your mortgage payment, the last thing that your mortgage company wants is for you not to be able to make that payment, because if you lose your home, they have to take that home back, right? They don't really want to do that. And especially there are so many people that have been hit, especially due to COVID, trying to recover from it. So a lot of the lenders, the mortgage servicers, they have some programs together. They have gotten things together. They have options for you if you call them and see what is available. Now, what they can do is sometimes is offer a forbearance for you on your loan, on your mortgage loan, meaning that they will allow you to miss a few mortgage payments. Or if you've missed some, you feel like you're going to continue to miss, you just let them know that. You need to let them know and get the help that you need. A lot of times, they will take the amount that you are past due and they will either break it up over a few months going down the line. They can take that amount and put it at the end of the loan, or sometimes they may even just forgive certain balances, certain portions of that. But if you don't tell them that you're in trouble, there's no way that they can help you. So think about that. Also, there are programs that are available. IDAmortgage.org, IDA, the Illinois Housing Development Authority. They are looking at, if you're behind on your rent right now, they've got assistance out that they can help you up to 15 months worth of rent being paid. If you can document your serious hardship, be it job loss or you haven't been able to work because you're taking care of the kids, these are reasons for you to get the help that you need. And you can go online, you can fill out the application and see about getting help. Also, they are looking to do the same thing for mortgages, and that should be coming up too. So just stay on the lookout. Look for those places that can help you. There are social service agencies out there as well as different churches and just different community organizations that are offering assistance if you have fallen behind on your mortgage too. So there's different reasons to get out there and get that help. But if you're thinking about refinancing, of course, in order for you to refinance, you need to be current on your mortgage, and this will help you get there. So again, we're thinking about recovering from COVID financially to be better than ever before. Taking a look at your credit, making sure that things are great on there, looking at your score, keeping that as high as you can possibly get it. And remember, if you falter, no big deal. You can get back up and start making those payments or set up that arrangement. And again, what I've been seeing a lot of is those places that advertise to help you with your credit right away. And all you need to do is give them a call and miraculously, everything will be so much better for you. Don't believe it. Don't listen to it. If you need the help, there are serious places that can help you, such as talking to a certified credit counselor. Again, they work with different creditors every single day. They can help you, talk to you about each individual creditor in that situation and what kind of help you can get from them. If you are afraid to call them, this is a great way for you to go. Looks like we've got another caller. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hi, is it a good idea to take money from my 401k to pay off my credit card debt?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah, is it a good idea to take money from my 401k to pay off my credit debt?
I'm so sorry. I think you're asking about paying off your credit card debt, but I can't really hear. But if you are thinking about paying off your credit card debt, that is a great step for you to take. But you also have to think about it. When you pay off your credit card debt, please do so. But you want to make sure you keep your accounts open. That's a key for paying off that debt, because a lot of times people will think, okay, well, I'll just pay this debt off and I'll close out the account and I don't have any more debt. But guess what you just did? You closed out your whole history. So now you don't have any history. So your score drops because you don't even have any history anymore with that account. So if you have a credit card, you want to make sure that you keep that open as long as you possibly can. Revolving cards, like credit cards, they really do help keep your credit strong. Now, if you have an installment loan, those are a little bit different because guess what? We know that there is a start date and an end date to when that account is going to go away. So you're only going to have that history for whatever that set time is. Then what will happen is that you'll go ahead, you'll pay off that account, that history goes away. But a lot of times when we have installment loans, it's for things like an auto loan. And we know once we have a car, we may go get another one. So then we're putting a new account back on in its place. Now, when you do open up a new account though, it does affect your score slightly because there is nothing there yet. So once it starts reporting, your score may fall just a little bit, but it'll come back as you keep making payments on that. So if you are looking to pay off your credit card debt, go ahead, sit down and work out a plan for you to do so. Look at your balances. Look at how much you have in your budget set aside that you feel that you can pay it off at once, or you want to make incremental payments on it. What you can do, look at your minimum payments, make sure you can just pay those, and then see how much you have left to go towards your debt. Now, let's say you paid all of your bills, but guess what? You have a nice amount of $500 left after you pay every single thing off. You've already made your minimum payments on your credit cards, you paid your mortgage or your rent, you got your utilities done, you're all good, and you're sitting with $500. What you can do is, now that you've made your minimums, you want to take a look and see which creditor either has the highest interest or the largest monthly payment. So when you look at those, you want to see which ones you can get paid off at the fastest time frame. If you were to target the highest interest and you were to go ahead and you can continuously put that $500 each and every single month, and you'll take that and you'll get those cars paid off really fast. Then after that first one is paid off, you'll take that. Let's say you're paying $20 a month. Now, instead of you just paying this extra $500 on the bill, now you've got $520 to pay, and you move that to the next account, and you keep doing that, and that will allow you to get things paid off so much faster. Honestly, it cuts your debt down from you paying all of these accounts for almost 20 years to paying it off within the 3 to 5, and that would be a wonderful thing. And as you get extra money, it'll pay off even faster than that. Now, you don't have to worry about if you feel like you can't do this or you're not sure, you're uneasy. You can actually reach out to a counselor at Family Credit. They can help you set this up. That is an awesome thing too. So if you've need some more tips on dealing with your finances, dealing with your debt, trying to pay things off, and you don't know where to go, right there, familycredit.org, and you can get that, get the ball rolling so that you can get that debt paid off quickly. Now, we talked a little bit, touched on your credit, and again, I want you to watch out for those scams or those people that are claiming that they can easily help you fix your credit. And the reason why I keep going over that, because I see so many people fall victim to that, and they shell out major money to these people that are claiming to take care of your credit. And what happens is, yes, in the beginning, it may look like things are happening. You're getting letters from the company that you hire. You're getting letters from the credit bureaus, and they're telling you, guess what? This is happening. They received this letter. And so you're thinking that things are actually working. But what is actually happening is every time these companies, all they're doing is disputing information on your credit report. And when you do disputes on your credit report, guess what? Any dispute is not taken into account in your credit score. So if I have a score of 500, but I've got some collections on the accounts and I put everything in dispute, all those collections right now, they're not factored into my score. So my score looks higher to me. I probably get a letter saying, guess what? Now my score is 600 and 650 because these items are in dispute. So I'm thinking something happens. But guess what? Disputes don't last forever. And when that dispute gets taken off or it's done, then your score goes back to what it was before. And what I'm seeing now is that a lot of times when that happens, the score goes back to even less than it was before. So now you got to work even harder because you spent all this money, you've got no money left, and you need to pay these collections off. You need to make things better, and you don't know where to start. So that's why I caution you from that. A lot of times, if it seems like it's a fast way to go, quick trick to hurry up and get your credit score, it's not worth it at all. And you do want to take a step back and make sure you do things the right way. You have the power to dispute things on your credit report on your own. Keep in mind though, disputes should only be done if there is something wrong on your credit report. You disputing everything on your credit report is not the best way to go about fixing your credit, because only disputes should only be used for things that are negative and they're wrong on your credit report. Just because something is a derogatory item on your credit report does not mean that it needs to be disputed either. Now, there's other things that you can do as well. So if you're struggling with collections, you want to set up payment arrangements. As you set up payment arrangements with those, guess what? Your credit's going to get better. And then, because if you got $100 collection on your account right now and all you can afford to pay them is $10 per month, guess what? Next month is going to say that it's $90. And that's going to make your credit better. The month after that, you're down to 80. So those little steps that you can take on your own are so much better than you going out and thinking that someone else is going to fix your problems, when in all actuality, they are just making it worse. So if you need some help with that, feel free to reach out to a counselor, because that's the best way for you to go. Next thing that you want to think about too is that if you are dealing with those collection agencies and you don't know how to deal with them, there's steps that you can take to protect yourself. And so we'll talk about that hopefully in a quick second. But first, we've got another call. Hi, welcome to the show.
Welcome back. So glad to see you again. This is Steve, too. Please tell me, they come back where to invest some money? I'm always asking you that. Listen, I had a stroke, so please forgive me. If I say something you don't quite understand, ask me to repeat it. I promise you I will do much better.
No problem. We can definitely go over some different ways for you to invest, because this is about teaching you money management and how to deal with money, how to deal with your finances, and investing is part of that. So before, people were less likely to find different ways that they can invest. But right now, there are so many different tools out there that will allow you to invest that I'm sure they're flooding your emails. You're seeing all types of things being advertised. The best thing that you can do is do some research on whatever way you try to go with investing. There's tools out there that you can look online for some investing tools, such as there's websites, E-Trade, of course. There's different things that you can do. Bankrate.com has the best place that you can go to find a different list of all of these tools available. I mean, people are talking about like different tools that you can download an app here and see about investing. You can download an app there, but be careful with them. Look them up, make sure that they're reputable, make sure that a lot of people have used them. And then maybe next time we'll touch on a few other tools that you can use, and we can get into those and how they actually work. So you want to look at, if you're looking at stocks or trading, if you're looking at money market accounts, you can talk to your bank, you can talk to your financial institution and see what they recommend as well. So there's so many different ways for you to invest. Looks like we are just running a little bit out of time. So okay, we've got so we've got a little bit more time. Again, we were talking about making sure that you protect yourself when you see all of these different advertisements and things that are too good to be true. Do your research on them, whether it be for investing or if you're thinking about that you can find something where you get your credit report or get your credit done for free, or getting out of debt, or people are going to take stuff off of your credit report. Really be careful with that. I've seen so many people get hurt from that. The other thing that we want to do is make sure that while you're getting everything together, you look again at your bank accounts, making sure that you have some money saved. Again, like Steve called in and talked about investing. These are our next steps. So after we looked at our credit, we've gotten things together there. We're working out payment arrangements to get caught up with our mortgage. We've looked at all of our monthly expenses. Again, we talked a little bit before about finding help with utilities as well. So then after we've done all of that, we do want to take a look at our monthly budget and see if there's anything left, because now we want to make sure that we can save something and have money on hand in case something were to happen. Rule of thumb, they said always have 6 months worth of your income put in an account somewhere. And we know a lot of times, especially now, that that's not even close to what we're able to do. But if we start somewhere just having a little bit put up, when we get in those situations where we're not working or something like this happens where we have to stay in the house, we have no choice but to save our money, be careful with our spending, watch what we buy. And sometimes we need to prepare for the future. So you want to take a look and see how much money you can actually set aside each and every single month. Yeah, so each and every single month, we want to just make sure that we have something set aside. And the way that we do that is just looking at our bills and see how we can space out our money, how we have something left, and looking at our paychecks too. Also, good rule of thumb, when we're looking at our paychecks, think about, when will you get an increase in your salary? When are you due for a raise? How often is that happening? And think about, if right now what I'm making is enough for me and my family and I don't need anything more and I can make it on this, next time I get a raise, whatever I get, I should be taking that and putting it into my savings. I'm putting it, adding more into my retirement for my employer too. So all of these things link together. You've got your credit report, you've got your monthly budget, you've got retirement, investments, and savings to make sure that you have a solid financial foundation. And that really is important. So we haven't touched a little bit about retirement. And that's something that we want to think about too, because I'm sure you don't want to be working forever. I'm sure at some point you want to be able to retire and live comfortably on everything that you've made and saved over the course of your working career. And that's why the retirement accounts, especially those through your employer, are great for that. A lot of times your employers will contribute a certain percentage. Let's say if you were taking a portion of your check each month and they're putting it in an investment account for you, that's going to build over time. Even if there are things that happen in the market, things that happen in the world, and we suffer a loss, you still have to be diligent. You still have to not think about it, because guess what? Things are going to rebound. Things are going to get better, and then your funds will grow. And so that's why you want to take a certain percentage, even right now, and see if you get a raise, maybe increase the percentage that goes into your retirement. Because the one thing that you want to do is look around when it comes time to retire and see that you got millions and millions of dollars saved up. You don't want to see that you have nothing. And so now we need to look at getting another job, even though we're retired. So to keep from doing that, take advantage of whatever type of retirement options your job is offering. And employers have some great information available as well. And they'll help you look at your money, make sure that you pay attention. I hear so many people saying, oh, I started it, but I don't know how much is in it. No, every year you need to make sure, at least every year, I look all the time, but every year you want to make sure that you are looking to see how your money is growing. What's happening? What funds are you investing in? And is there a way for you to actually make more? Also, think about if your employers are actually going to be contributing more to your retirement as well. So sometimes they have a tiered system where they will, as long as you're with them, they'll contribute more as well. And then you're able to roll that over. So think about that. We want to make sure that you have a strong handle on your retirement. Now, let's say you work for yourself or you don't have a retirement account. Well, there are other different retirement tools that you can set up, like a Roth IRA. You can set up different investment tools or money market accounts as well, so that you can contribute whatever earnings you're bringing in, take a portion of that, and then put that towards investing. Put those in your retirement accounts. Even if it's something so small as $10 right now, as you continue to work with it and grow it, it will make an incredible difference. And you'll see, hey, I started off with $10, but a month from now, guess what? That 10 turned into 30, then it turned into 90, and now you're over 500. So think about that, and make sure that while you are getting yourself together, keep all of your finances in mind. Keep your credit score in mind. If you've got any problems, any types of questions that you may have, feel free to reach out to a counselor at familycredit.org. Go to the website, familycredit.org, or give them a call at 800-994-3328, because they are standing by to assist you. So hopefully I'll hope to see you all soon. If you've got any other questions, feel free to continue to follow along. All right. Take care.